Pittsburgh versus Jersey just kicked off. No score so far. We have Jersey with the ball. Approaching midfield. Picked up a first down on their first set of downs. And now we're going to keep it moving. Off tackle Mixon. Guessed wrong. He's going to get no gain. David Edwards. A 4. Can't make the play. As I switch us over to the full screen here. Okay. And it's a 3rd and 3. From their own 45. We'll take a look at the teams in a closer way in just a moment. Going 3 wide with Mixon. Mixon not quite the right runner he was last year. Looking past Pitts. A 6 is there. 5 yards. First down. Go ahead and make sure that this broadcast is known. Okay. 2nd and 10. We missed a double-teamed incompletion to Hayden Hurst. For Jersey, who is at midfield. Off tackle, Mixon. Nobody home, guessed wrong. Gets up against a 0 defensive tackle. And the offensive tackle can't make the plays. 5, 6. Second time that the offensive line has lost a challenge for the offense on this drive. Hasn't slowed them down yet. In a meaningful way, as they retain possession here on this first possession of the game. Where are we here? Battle Royale 2021. 4 wide versus a nickel. Kyle Pitts now splits out. Wasn't going to get his blocking anyway. Short pass, Guyton. And it's incomplete. Kirk Cousins can't do it on the 9. It would have been a bigger problem on the defensive card, of course. That brings up 4th and 8. Pittsburgh starts at their own 20 after the touchback. And I didn't share the stream. Sorry about that. Glad I caught it this early. Sorry that you had to see my face that much for the first 5 minutes. So these two squads, take a look at them a little bit top to bottom here. Jersey comes in at good against the run, average against the pass. We have an off tackle, Damian Harris. Zach Gentry can't make the play. Another offensive line fail for these two squads. 2nd down and 10. Take a look here at Ron's squad. Quarterback is Detroit. Halfbacks, New England. Fullback, tight end. On a completion there from Goff to Freiermuth for 10, first down. And you see Freiermuth there, part of the fullback tight end group of Pittsburgh. Wide receivers are Chicago, offensive line in Washington, defensive line in Washington. Bring some inside pass rush. Linebackers are San Fran, bring you that 6'6" Fred Warner. DBs, Buffalo. Kicking is from the Giants, that's the top unit right there, and special teams, Cleveland. Stevenson. Got a guess wrong. 2 men in zone, loses 2, 2nd and 12. And then for Joe, picked out at 17, his quarterback is Kirk Cousins, Minnesota, halfbacks from Cincinnati, tight ends, Atlanta, wide receivers, Chargers, offensive line, Rams, defensive line, Rams, linebackers from Buffalo, DBs, Philadelphia, kicker, Indianapolis, special teams, Green Bay, meaning the returners. And the 2nd and 12, Damian Harris, very chunky card. That's your most frustrating roll right there, that +1 on 8. You're not too frustrated with the 5. Everyone doesn't do well in the 5, but you're hoping just like a little bit more 6, 7, 8 from him. Of course, you're very happy if you land on the fringes. It's not quite Michael Turner-ish from 2012 or whenever. It's better than that for sure, but still a bit chunky. So now 4 wide against the 3-3-5. Here's a short pass. Peoples-Jones picks up 16. Peoples-Jones picked up with the Cleveland special team unit. Pays immediate dividends for Pittsburgh. As of this morning anyway, neither of these teams have played a game. This is apparently both their first games of the Battle Royale season. First round pick, this Rams defensive line, looking pass. Guess wrong, only 3 yards. Gets the defensive card. 2nd and 7. See the pickup of Balaj. Came in the fullback group with Pittsburgh. Doesn't bring too much, though. Flat pass Damian Harris up against the 5, guessed wrong. It's a short gain, 18 yards. Goes to the INT roll, but on the offensive card, not the defensive card. It means short gain, 18 up to the jersey 34 for Ron. Three wide versus a nickel. Flat pass, Peoples-Jones. Man is there, 5 yards. Talked about Jared Goff in the Battle Royale preview show. He does a little bit of everything. Can throw at all 3 levels. Not as well as most, but he can still get it done. Reception's decent. Flat pass, quite good. Looking pass here to Freiermuth. Just gets 2 with 2 men in zone, 3rd and 3. In the blocking back formation, Freiermuth's in. Doesn't bring you any run block, but he brings you a 7 pass block, which is going to help here. Linebuck is good for a yard, makes it 4th and 2. There's some asterisks along the Los Angeles front, which will help throughout the game for Pitt. Field goal try is good on the 4th and 2. And it's 3-0 Pittsburgh. 4:30 left, first quarter. So some good flat pass defense there from Joe. Seen a lot of flat passing so far in the games that I've been a part of. People looking to duck double teams, not finding it quite as attractive because of no dump off to go short or long. So you wind up in the flats a lot, where those defensive draft card ratings really do make a big difference. There's a 6 roll, which does not go automatically to 6. It stays at its usual self. Challenges the outside linebacker, who is not a 6, so 14 yards for Keenan Allen. Long pass, Mike Williams. Guessed wrong, incomplete. Kirk Cousins with a big chance with a big wide receiver. And he almost gets picked off. 2nd and 10. That Buffalo crew for Pittsburgh. their first pick. Off tackle, Joe Mixon. Guessed wrong. Man is there. And it's a loss of 3 yards. Kyle Pitts. Not his forte, blocking, and it's costly there. 3rd and 13. Cousins. Difficult to get 13 on his card. Short pass. Difficult getting it on Allen's card. I think it's difficult getting it on Pitt's card. These two guys, though, can get it done if you decide to go short. Not any pass rush worth mentioning coming from the San Francisco crew, from the linebackers. But Jonathan Allen there is a factor. Short pass, Guyton. He's not doubled up. The throw is complete for just 12, though. It's 4th and 1 from Jersey's 35. See if Joe decides to roll the dice early. It's only the first quarter. If you're going to do it now. Not a big deal to be down 10-0 in the first quarter. Very much surmountable. And here we go. Too tight. Joe Mixon talked about his guess right running. There it is. Best on the off tackle for him if you're looking to pick up a yard. A couple different ways to do it. Not quite up to last year's card, as we said, but still decent. Cousins is, of course, an option. You got a 0 right here. 0 back there. That's a big deal. Warner, of course, can fill any hole really well. Short pass, Mike Williams. He is double teamed, and it's incomplete. Great call by Ron Martin. Prevents a completion. It would have been 15 yards guessed right. And the Steelers earn that 4th down conversion success from a defensive standpoint. It's 1st and 10 at the Jersey 35. An opportunity for Pittsburgh to jump out. Off tackle. Harris, guess wrong. Looks to the blocking back. Freiermuth is not going to help there. 2nd and 11. Hall of Fame voting is being done right now, or announced. Off tackle, Harris, just 3. 3rd and 8. Jersey looking for a key stop here after the quote-unquote giveaway. Rondé Barber into the Hall of Fame. Zach Thomas into the Hall of Fame. DeMarcus Ware into the Hall of Fame. Browns offensive tackle Joe Thomas into the Hall of Fame. Darrelle Revis into the Hall of Fame. Devin Hester did not make it. Here we go, 3rd and 8. Stevenson takes a spot in the backfield here. No pass block, but we're not seeing the blitz coming. Flat pass. Allen Robinson gets 6 of it back. 4th and 2, and they're going to take these 3 points, are the Steelers, if they can. Gano, best kicker in the league overall, best kicker punter unit at the very least, you would say. But that's a little bit worrisome there from Gano. There's some good kick returners out there. Finds a touchback there. 1st and 10. I had the Giants rated as the highest unit, and they did go first. Not head and shoulders above everybody else, and that's one of the reasons why. Gano's kickoff. Off tackle, Mixon. Guess wrong. Jonathan Allen in there to make the play, just 3 yards. Tough sledding for Mixon so far. 5 carries, 9 yards. See, also making it to the Hall of Fame. Eric Coryell's in, Joe Klecko, Ken Riley, and Chuck Howley, Super Bowl MVP. Short pass, Keith Smith making an appearance. Incomplete. So I did not see the formation. I was looking at that voting for the Hall of Fame. But Keith Smith, I believe, is a part of the Atlanta fullback tight end crew. And now it's 3rd and 7. Chris Evans, 5-pass block, checks in, but we don't see a safety blitz coming. It's a flat pass to Kyle Pitts, looking for 7 yards. Gets 10 on a nice flat pass right card to Kyle Pitts. First down. 13:30 left, second quarter. Flat pass again over to Keith Smith, the blocking back. He's going to get 3. 2nd and 7. So, you have a challenged blocking back receiving like Keith Smith. It's not so bad. There's worse than that. Yeah, see, it's not a bad wrong card for somebody like him, and there's worse cards than this. But it's worth mentioning, without dump off, linebacker here to Mixon on 2nd and 7. Gets a nice gain of 8 yards, first down. Without dump off, it's a reason to play a blocking back like a Smith or like a Vita Vea, who can play blocking back and block at 5. Doesn't bring you pass block, but flat pass to Mixon. Up against the 0, gets 5 yards, 2nd and 5. Because in dump off, you may find yourself randomly faced with using the receiver card of a Vita Vea when you didn't intend to. Well, it's not going to happen in a league like this, 2nd and 5. Off tackle Mixon. Gets 8 again. 1st and 10. Moving now are those Jersey Rebels up to the 38. So your passes to Smith have to be intentional. Can't fall into it. That's the bottom line there. Blocking back formation once again with Smith and Mixon. I have Mixon over in Samsva. I'm not too high on him personally. I mean, he's okay, but I'm not too comfortable entering the season with him as my lead guy. Linebuck, Mixon, nobody behind. Box is activated, gets 21, shoves it right up my nose, up to the 17-yard line. Nice gain for Joe Mixon. Off tackle, right back to Mixon. Nobody home up against that 0. Advantageous matchup. Gets 7 yards thanks to the block of Rob Havenstein. 2nd and 3. New Jersey looking to take the lead here. In a nice spot at the 10-yard line on a 2nd and short. Can do all sorts of things. Goes full house, which takes away that nice flat pass option on 10. Short pass, Mixon. 3 men in zone. 3 yards. Not sure what the safety was up to, but I don't think he moved into the zone. He did not. He must have been busy doing other things. If he's busy doing other things, they won't move him into the zone for you. 1st and goal, though, after the Cousins scramble at the 7-yard line. Too tight with Mixon. End run Mixon, guessed right. Loses 3. So if you're going to lose anything, you want to lose 3 exactly. Put yourself back at the 10. Open up the flat pass. Open up the draw. That's now available to Joe. That's the perfect loss. Losing 2 would have been worse. The rules are the rules. That's the reality of Strat. Facing a blitz now on the 2nd and goal from the 10. It's a short pass. Allen got some pass rush coming. They can't get there, and it's a touchdown. Tre'Davious White, a 5, gets stung by the 6 white die. So the completion gets through. Badgley's on for the extra point. More Chargers here. Or X-Chargers, is it? Is he Charger? The kick is good. Yeah, X-Charger. kick is good, and it is 7-6. Jersey. Kickoff is returned 21 yards. And Pittsburgh starts off at their own 23. 8:06 left, first half. Off tackle, Damian Harris. He's looking for some yards. Gets a nice block from Cosme. 7 yards on first down. Stevenson checks in. 2nd and 3. Linebuck to Stevenson. Looking for a block from Sheriff. Makes it. Brandon Sheriff gets them 7 yards. 1st and 10 out to the 37. Stevenson stays in the game. The Washington offensive line was selected 13th in the group in the 5th round. It's a long pass to Peoples-Jones. Nobody's back there. Guessed right. And it's a long gain, 41 yards. Peoples-Jones making his presence known early here in this first game of the season for Pittsburgh. 1st and 10. Flat pass to Gentry. He gets a short gain, gets 20 yards, down to the 2. Well, that worked out well. What was I looking for? I was looking for Joe's ratings. Right, good run, average pass rating. I believe Ron is good, right? Good, yeah. So full house. Can't find a run blocker there. Stevenson is keyed. Zach Gentry cannot make the block. It's the 6, and he's a 5, upgraded. No gain. 2nd and goal. See Stevenson's fumble there. Keyed up at 30. Right there. Again, full house, same formation. Blitzing 3-4. Off tackle, Stevenson. Not double team this time. The nose cannot make the play. Stevenson's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Gano on for the extra point. He's 2 through 12. It's good. 13-7. And there's a touchback for Gano. And the Jersey offense marches back on the field. A little closer look here. This Rams offensive line as Pitts brings in another nice one for 11. Good offensive line. These Rams were taken 7th in the 3rd round. Weakest pass block here is your right guards, where you want it to be. Mixon finds the dreaded 5 on first down, guessed wrong, 2nd and 10. It's been a good half for Mixon, 11 carries, 50 yards. 3:36 here left in the 2nd. On this 2nd and 10. Off tackle Mixon. Nobody home. Guess wrong. Opportunity for Mixon. Can he find his short game? Cannot. But another block from the right tackle along that Rams offensive line gives him 7 yards, and it's third and quite manageable. So Pittsburgh is feeling a little bit boxed in, I think, right now by a couple things. And I think it's commented on there. Pitts is guessed right flat pass. As you have a look in here against the 6, guessed wrong, and it's complete. It's keeping the linebackers back a little bit. That means Mixon can run free against the 0 defensive tackle. But that play, guessed wrong, fell incomplete. Jersey facing another decision now at their own 43. 2:42 left. Not sure who gets the ball. I think it's Pittsburgh. Check it. Gonna go for it anyway. That would be a factor in the decision here. Needs 3. So you got the nexus around Mix and Pitts, and then the changeup is going short to somebody. He goes Evans, end run, guessed right, and just gets a yard. Chase Young is there to make the play. So for the second time now, Jersey fails on a 4th down in their own territory. They're down 13-7, and here comes Pitt with plenty of time. Blocking back formation. Looks like Jersey did get the ball first. Yes. Incomplete. Goff's card, good, but just a little bit more sparse than everybody else. Not everybody else, but most everybody else. Short pass now to Freiermuth, and he's sacked. A 32% chance of a sack. Comes in. And now, at 3rd and 15, Pittsburgh has some work to do. They go blocking back. These Buffalo linebackers. Oh, no, A.J. Klein does not necessarily contain. He has a 0 out there. Let's see if Ron goes that way. Draw. Gets 21, and it's going to count on a 3-white die. Look at that. Damian Harris finds one of his big chunky runs, and it pays off for a huge first down for Pittsburgh with 1:37 left. They can run the clock down here, and they'll get the ball right back. Look in pass, complete. Very important to complete it. Keeps that clock running. Down to 1:15. And get 2 more first downs. With no penalties, it's a pretty clean calculation. In terms of max plays left, flat pass to Harris works out on Goff's 10. Incomplete for many. That's really Goff's treat, sort of the value add that he offers at that selection. He was one of the last quarterbacks taken. But I'm certainly a believer there was a deep quarterback class this year. You see Goff payoff there, Mahomes, others would have been incomplete there on that 10, but Goff brings it in for a 6-yard gain over to Harris and brings up this 3rd and 1 with 52 seconds left. Both teams have all the timeouts. And it's a line buck to Goff. He is not going to get it. Tremaine Edwards is in there to stuff him 4th and 3. And likely a Pittsburgh kick. Graham Gano. Excellent from this range, 2 through 10, hits it. And it's 16-7 Pittsburgh with 15 seconds left on the clock. Too tight. Nixon is not a home run hitter. It's a short pass to Allen. He's not a home run hitter either. 12 yards. Of course, you don't need home run hitters in Battle Royale. Everybody can stretch the field. Get that. Whatever gain shows up. Keenan Allen, a little better than last year in leagues where that rule does not apply. Long of about 40 something. Last year it was only 28. 8 seconds now. Long pass to Keenan Allen. Man is back there. Looking for a long gain hit. Can't find it. Down to 1 second. Needs a 63-yard Hail Mary. Three wide versus 3-2-6. Chris Evans providing a little pass block. And where do you go, Joe? Joe making his choice. Long passes to Pitts. Man is back there. Looking for that 9 long gain. Hit 6 again. And we head to halftime. 16-7 Pittsburgh leads. I'll step away for a moment. Right back. Looks like we have a break here. We will take a break with him and be right back with you. All right, we're back. We can take these down. We've had kickoff here. And Pittsburgh can try to build on its lead. Up 16-7 off tackle. Stevenson gets 3. See, he brings you the short gains across the board on 7, which is very helpful. Nice contrast to Harris. Harris and one of the I wouldn't say the best, but one of the best home run hitters in the league. And then you have Stevenson who gives you those short gains. It's a nice 1-2 punch. You got Fryermuth working with him. Those guys catch very well. Off tackle, Harris. You got to have a weakness somewhere. He gets 5 yards. That's a decent game. 3rd and 2. Blocking back formation. Guessed wrong. Peoples-Jones opportunity incomplete. Nice call by Ron. Just couldn't get the dice to work. And it's 4th and 2. Dixon on to punt. It goes 43 yards. Amari Rogers comes back for 11. And Jersey cancels out the advantage of the double possessions for Pittsburgh and takes over at their own 35. We've got a blocking back fullback formation here. I'm imagining that's a mistake. Let's see if there's a timeout here or if... No, look at that. Not bad. So you can roll with that. Roll away. Yeah, for sure. Linebuck's not going to kill you at all. It's fine. There you go, off tackle. It's guessed wrong. That's even better. Let's see what Smith can do. He gets 8 yards. Nice play. So we see Keith Smith making a contribution. Low usage backs. 1 in a group out there across the league that can have an impact. 2nd and 2. You can make the case for pro. Off tackle Mixon here. And Smith cannot make that block. And as a matter of fact, he won't make any run blocks unless he's in full house like everybody else. 3rd and 4. Who's a 0? Chris Evans checks in, another low usage guy at 17 carries, and you see what Evans can do. We saw him pull an end run earlier. Now on 3rd and 4. Also brings that pass blocking of 5. Blitzing 4-3. We'll get that pass rush back up in just a second. Long pass. Chris Evans. Nobody back there. Linebackers at 0, and also he'll get 29 yards. There you go. Defender extra 29. And Evans cashes it in for a nice gain. Off tackle, guess right. Goes the defensive cards, and FC makes his 3rd or 4th block of the game. This time good for 4 yards. 2nd and 6 at the Pittsburgh 26-yard line. See Kirk Cousins. I mean, he's a good quarterback. I mean, if you have to pick out a weakness, I guess it's that. Snap fumble of 9. It's going to show its head. It's rear its ugly head a few times. And there's a guess right run for Mixon for just a yard. 3rd and 5 from the Pittsburgh 25-yard line. three wide here with Evans. In the shotgun. So Evans' linebuck is his weakest. There is a 5 center downgraded to a 4. So not much doing there up the middle. There's ways, but not as many ways as you might like. 3-4-D here. Fred Warner 6 looms, either in one of two zones. Is where he'll wind up. And he goes left, and that's exactly where the pass is going. Doesn't matter, because Kirk Cousins finds a completion on his fairly spotty flat pass card, but he finds the +7, and it's a first down for Jersey. 9:36 left, third quarter. At the 18-yard line, 1st and 10. Off tackle, Mixon. Man is there, guessed wrong. He gets 7 yards on his card. That +7 is nice there, off tackle, wrong in between those short gains. Not a +3. It's a real gain. You can feel not very disappointed that you didn't hit your short gains when you roll that 7 with Mixon. 2nd and 3. Wish he had a bigger gain. Again, just thinking of my Sansa team. But looking past here, nobody's home, and that's a touchdown. Kyle Pitts. 4th reception of the day. He's been a important weapon for this Jersey team. Now just down 2 points. As you look at the Jersey draft, again, in the 17th slot. And for Atlanta here at the end and the beginning of the 6th. And that made Pitts right there, the 8th unit taken, right behind Kelsey and company. Short pass, first down, complete for 10 yards up to the 35. So Joe went defense, offense, offense, defense. So split his first 4 picks. And then picked up his 3rd defensive unit back in round 8, Philadelphia. Flat pass, Damian Harris up against a 5. Matt Milano makes the play, and it's a loss of 1, 2nd and 11. Now blitzing out of the 3-4. Freiermuth is there to handle that. So he might go short pass, and he does. Gentry gets 10. If you feel good about pass blocking, and you see the percentages there, they're elevated, but not too threatening at all. Elevated for sure. I mean, there's a chance. You look for that sniper scope short. Now, without the dump off, it changes the equation a little bit, but still fairly attractive proposition. Blocking back now against a blitzing 3-4. On this 3rd and 1, looking pass. Freiermuth, he's going to get 5. Goff's reliable flat pass card. I played Joe Flacco yesterday, and Westland. It's a game that my Rochester Jeffersons ended up coming away with the win. But for a good amount of the game, I was down. I was down 7-0, then was down 14-0. Brought it back to 14-7. Kickoff was returned for a touchdown, despite all my touchbacks. I have a ton of them. It's the way it happens sometimes, as we all know. It's down 21-7. So Flacco, had a lead, and he was tough to play. Tough to play when Westland had a lead. See a 2 men in zone, flat pass pickup for still 2 yards. That's in that play there, that 2-yard gain with 2 men in zone kind of speaks to it. It was tough to stop some of these flat passers. Even thankfully, that 6 rule is not activated, or it would be even worse. Blocking back versus 3-4. And that's Goff, and that's Flacco. 5 yards. That's enough for the first down. 1st and 10 out to the 39. Damian Harris. Let's see here. Still has 13 carries here at 4:30 left in the third quarter. Pittsburgh clinging to a 2-point lead with the ball. It's a short pass to Mooney, and he picks it up on his receiver card for 11 yards. First down now to the Jersey 28. So Pittsburgh threatening. Touchdown here. Very important to have a 2-score lead if he can, possibly heading into the fourth quarter. Short pass guessed right, incomplete. Gets the 9-4 men, but it was on the offensive card, 2nd and 10. Also a 32% chance of sack. Came in at 87. Working against the 2 center for pass block, and that's going to be some trouble for Pittsburgh as the year goes on. Long pass, Peoples-Jones. Nobody back there, incomplete on the interception split. 3rd and 10. Looking to catch the receiver. Can't do it. 3rd and 10. Freiermuth in the backfield. As Joe has shown some blitz lately, that should deter that, and it does. Straight up nickel 3-3-5. Jersey, now based in Virginia. Joe shared with us over on the USFFL broadcast. We had an extended interview with Joe. It was great. That just moved down to Virginia. And then the 3rd down, it's incomplete. Peoples-Jones cannot bring it in on the flat pass right card. The field goal by Gano is good. And the Pittsburgh lead extends to 5. And you see that non-touchback show up again for Gano, but it's offset by the nice coverage that Gano brings you, 10 and 11. Which is very, very good to have that. I just fear those touchdowns. Flat pass to Keith Smith, and he gets 17. Keith Smith, an emerging star in Battle Royale. His 2nd reception now, 1st and 10, out to the 30. Off tackle, Mixon guessed wrong. Jonathan Allen goes to his side, and he's going to pick up anything pretty much is thrown at him. 2nd and 7. He brings you 5 on the rating, and he brings you 11 on the pass rush. Matched up with a 5 today, Dave Edwards. 2nd and 7. Off tackle, Mixon guessed wrong. And loses the yard. Keith Smith can't make the block. Keith Smith has fallen apart anywhere. It's been his blocking, which has come up a couple times now. And he's a 0 there. 3rd and 8. I thought he had a run block rating last year. Taken away from him this year. So instead of a 3rd and 3, it's 3rd and 8. Short pass, Guyton. He's not double teamed. Cousins looking for Guyton, cannot find him. 4th and 8. Pittsburgh gets off the field here with 18 seconds left in the third quarter. The punt, starting from their own 32, goes 45 yards, and it's a fair catch. Jared Goff and the Pittsburgh Steelers take over at their own 23 at the start of the fourth quarter, leading 19-14. Blocking back with Harris. Zach Gentry, considered a liability by many, but we talked about on the preview show, it's kind of nice to have somebody who's not going to be double teamed much. Off tackle, Harris, nobody home. Opportunity, he gets his 21 again. Hits it for the second time today. The big gains of Harris have been paying off. 10 carries, 63 yards, up to the Pittsburgh 44-yard line. 1st and 10 for these Steelers. Stevenson checks in, blocking back. Everything else the same, 3-4-4 jersey. Linebuck, Stevenson. Short gain on the 7. Boy, these New England halfbacks. It's going right to plan for Joe. You get the high and low numbers when Harris is in. You get the 7 when Stevenson is in. This unit was taken as the 9th selection. Denver right before them, Seattle right after, 4th round. You see a break point there from the 4th round to the 6th round from New England to Seattle. Loss of 2, though, here for Stevenson. Just misses his guest right short gain, 2nd and 12. And he's going to get that guest right short gain a handful of times this year, and it will frustrate. Here's a draw. Harris, 5 yards. Linebackers were there, cleared away, but it went to the offensive card. Gets 5, 3rd and 7. Now at the Jersey 40-yard line. Graham Gano has a leg. Goes to a non-running formation, though. The only run available is a linebuck to Goff. Everything else is going to be somewhere thrown across this field at any of the 3 levels. A 9-point lead would be pretty attractive here in the 4th quarter if you can get a field goal. Looking past Robinson. He's double teamed by Milano, so that does not hold up. That being said, it's a loss of 2 on Robinson's card. Ends up as an incomplete look-in pass. 4th and 7 from the 40. And Dixon's on to punt. Obviously, we'll cough in corner here, looking to pin him. And ends up with a not so strong coffin corner. It's going to be at the 17-yard line for Jersey, starting out with 12 minutes left in the 4th quarter, down 5. Ideal coffin corner or not, still a long field for Jersey. Flat pass, Mixon, man is there, guessed right. The 0 will not make this play. 16 yards to Mixon. 1st and 10 at the 33. Blocking back versus 4-3. Flat pass, Keenan Allen. 6 is there, 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8. Joe patiently working the small ball. Gotta expect Mike Williams to show up here on a long pass soon. And there it is. Long pass, Williams, incomplete. I got you, Joe. I'm on to you. So Joe and I might face each other. We have a stock league that's been around since the beginning of Computer Pro Football. So we're in our 22nd season. Joe has the Jaguars in the stock league from last year, of course, 21 card set, and he's taken them to the playoffs. So how about that for a testament to Joe's coaching ability? And he's won a playoff game. He won the wild card round in double overtime over Baltimore. And if things fall right, I have the Chargers. My squad is the number 1 seed in the AFC. So it depends on who wins the next game, but I could easily face Joe in the 2nd round. Short pass, Allen, he's double teamed. And he gets 12 yards on Cousins' double team reading. 1st down for Jersey. And by the way, that double overtime win for Joe is worth watching. It's out there on the StratFan forum. Broadcasted it. It was a hell of a game. I mean, just an epic Strat game. Worth watching. Really suggest you checking it out. And it was a testament again to Joe's ability to manage that defense with injuries all over the place. We play stock, so there's penalties and injuries, which I really enjoy both of those. Flat pass, Pitts. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. I know many don't, but especially in your stock league. It just makes it very, very real. You have to test your depth. You have to figure out different ways to win. Anyway, just a great win by Joe there, and we could be facing each other in the divisional. And I like the fact that I predicted that long pass Mike Williams for Joe. Might help me. Not that I have a stellar record against Joe. Lost to Joe 2 years ago in the Battle Royale final. 2nd and 10 now from their own 47 is Jersey. Up 5. Four wide here. Flat pass over to Keenan Allen. He's not double teamed. Nobody's there. Opportunity for Jersey. They get 11 yards. First down up to the Pitt 42. 9 minutes now, fourth quarter. Down 5 points. Joe trying to get the lead here. It's something Jersey may not even have had at all through this game. Pittsburgh, I think, has led the whole way. Jersey had a slim 7-6 lead early on. Flat pass. Keenan Allen gets 7. 2nd and 3. Keenan Allen should be pretty busy for Joe this year. Pitts and Williams will draw a lot of double teams. Flat pass to Mixon. No, a 0 is there, but let's see here. Still results in a loss of 2. The defender cannot make the play. Nonetheless, a loss of 2, 3rd and 5. Barring a big sack, this is 2-down territory for Jersey. Short pass. Keenan Allen. Incomplete. Tre'Davious White makes the play this time. He got beat earlier for a touchdown against Allen. This time, he brings it to 4th and 5, which is a comfortable spot. There's a 0-0 out here, but no end run guy in the game. That option does not exist. It would have been up against a 0-6 matchup out there anyway. So Joe probably would shy away from it in any situation. 3 wide versus the 3-3-5. Ron expecting, obviously, a pass here. How is he going to play it? Going to play it tight? I imagine he's going to play it pretty tight. Meaning, get the free safety up, let him go deep. Take your chances there. Flat pass. Chris Evans. He doubled Mike Williams with that safety. 2 yards. Not enough. First down, Pittsburgh. They hold. Leading 19-14. Gets the 6 white die. The rule set. Not working in Jersey's favor there. Would have been plus 10 in most other rule sets. Instead, it is plus 2, and Pittsburgh has the ball at a 5-point lead with 7:12 left here in the fourth quarter from the Pittsburgh 35. Off tackle, Harris. Nobody home, but that dreaded 1 shows up for Damian Harris. 2nd and 9. So pretty good opportunity there on first down for Pittsburgh to start building some momentum. Going to have to try to build it out of a 2nd and 9 instead. Harris stays in the game. Peoples-Jones off against that 4. Short pass to Peoples-Jones. He's double-teamed, incomplete. 3rd and 9. Three wide. Not going shotgun, noticeably. Sending signals to the defensive coach that the run is something that this team is thinking about. It's always nice to send those signals over to your coach, whether you intend to run or not. If you can afford it, if you think your line can deal with it. I'm not sure this line can deal with it, though. Flat pass, Peoples-Jones. He's not double-teamed, and he is going to lose 3 yards. The 4 white die means a loss of 3, and that means it is 4th and 12. Dixon on to punt yet again from his own 33. It's a boomer to the 9-yard line. Fantastic punt. Rodgers brings it back 6 yards, and Jersey's back at their own 15 again. Once again inside their 20 to start off a drive to try to take the lead. 5:24 left, fourth quarter. Might be one more possession after this for Jersey to try to get it done. Wants to get it done right now. Blocking back with Mixon. Off tackle, Mixon. Wrong, but Freddie Warner is there. Linebacker affects the result. +2, 2nd and 8. Draw there would have yielded 6 more yards. 4 wide now. As Pitts splits out wide to the left along with Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen now matched up against that 6. Williams against the 4, Guyton against the 5, Pitts against the 4. End run, Chris Evans. Looking to avoid that 1 die. He does, however. Havenstein cannot make the block on the 6 white die. He's knocked down to a 4 anyway in the situation. So it's 3rd and 9. Joe was clearly thinking, 4 down territory with that 2nd down call. Hoping to get at least half those yards to the line to gain. Ended up going backwards. Now 3 wide. Pitts now faces the 6. It's Williams and Guyton versus the 4, Allen versus the 5. Matchup switched. Double teaming the wrong guy. Short pass, Williams against the 4. He gets sacked, a 48% sack, no fumble. Jonathan Allen comes in, generates only a loss of 3, but that's plenty. 4th and 12, and Pittsburgh is in command here. Peoples-Jones got to hold on to the ball. He does. 3:18 left, a couple first downs, depending on how many plays they take to get them, will get it done for Pittsburgh here. It's possible to get it done in 2, or very close to done in 2, but unlikely. More likely 3 are needed, which is kind of a tall task. Blocking back versus a nickel. Interesting formation here for Jersey. Looking past Damien Harris. 2 men are there. It's complete for 5 yards anyway. Dangerous throw. Clock ticks down. 2:42 left. Blocking back now. Joe moves to the traditional 3-4. Ron has Harris in the backfield behind Freiermuth. Flat pass, Freiermuth. And he's going to get a huge gain here, 16 yards. Stays in bounds. Clock is going to tick down. Joe decides to use one of his timeouts here on the first down. I'm going to pick up another timeout here. So at the warning, see if he uses the warning on this off tackle to Harris. 1 yard gain. And here we have the warning. So 2nd and 9. First down will pretty much do it for Pittsburgh here. It's do or die for Jersey. Couple chances, but long fields to come back for Pittsburgh came up empty. Sorry, for Jersey, but came up empty. And now blocking back formation with Stevenson. Flat pass. It's guessed right, and it's a 4 yard gain. A reliable Jared Goff card in the flats coming through 3rd and 5. Here at the 40 yard line, highly unlikely to go for it. Maybe a 4th and 1, you're going to think for a minute. Harris, in this 3-wide formation, has a 6 center working for him who's downgraded to a 5. It's a flat pass to Freiermuth. Freiermuth gets 6 yards. Linebacker cannot make the play on the 6 white die. It's a first down for Pittsburgh, and that should do it with 1:45 left. We'll see a few kneel downs. Jersey out of timeouts. Nice tough win for Pittsburgh. Holding this Jersey team to 14 points is an achievement for Ron and his squad. Going to run it with Stevenson in his elevated fumble. Almost fumbles. 30 versus 119 on the 1,000 die. 2nd and 11. And now we see blocking back formation. Harris into the game, who I think has min fumbles. Indeed, he does. No gain there, and we're down to 15 seconds. And we should expect a kneel down here. And we do. Jared Goff takes a knee. Pittsburgh gets the win. Congratulations to Ron and his Steelers. Move to what we believe is 1-0 on the season. Jersey down to 0-1. We'd like to thank you for watching this broadcast of Battle Royale. Don't know how many we'll be able to do. We'll do as many as we can, though, of course. So we hope to see you on another broadcast soon. Have a good night, everybody.